Today, let's talk a little bit about the BarYak Expedition.
Can't stop, won't stop. I can't stop, won't stop. I can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop.
I thought we should title today's episode Life Behind Bars because we spend a ton of time in the cockpit behind the bars of our bicycles. Particularly if you do touring or a lot of riding, you know how important varied hand positions are. And one of the reasons I bought the Jones Loop Bar was for that very reason. Now I have the SG 2.5 rise, so I've got the little different rise level on that bar. But at the same time, what I continued to find is that I really wanted to stretch out a little bit more forward on the bike. And I didn't really have a whole lot of options with the bars that I had. So I wanted to make some modifications, and that brought me to BarYak. If you're familiar with the really cheap, affordable Amazon little accessory bars that are sold out there, you'll know that they don't last really well, they tend to break, and they don't hold much weight. But BarYak's addressed this by really making something that's sturdy. What they've done is they've taken billet aluminum CNC machined and built something that allows you to be rated up to 150 pounds, which is pretty substantial. Originally created, I think it seems like to mount handlebar rolls and all kinds of stuff, gadgetry and accessories. But what I was really looking at was the benefit of having the bar ends and the pads that go underneath the forearms that they sell. And that was called the Expedition 2020 SL. And if you're familiar with that, go out and check it out. BarYak.com has it out there. You can check it out if you're not familiar with it. But if you're familiar with that, it's a pricey investment if it's something you're interested in. We're talking about $400 for this system. I thought it would be great because it'd give me that ability to stretch out, somewhere to rest the arms, and lots of options for accessories and things and bags and maybe mounting positions, which we're always looking for when touring. So I went ahead and made the investment. It took me a long time to make that decision because that's a high-priced accessory. I did get the carbon fiber version, which is, of course, more expensive, but I thought, well, the weight savings, the strength, and all those things, let's just get the top of the line and see what it's like. When it came in, I did make sure to order the Shim Kit because by default it's for the mountain bike size 35 millimeter bars. So if you're using something that's 31.5, be sure to buy that Shim Kit. Mounting it up was great. Their Shim Kit is fantastic. When you tighten it up, there is no movement, no wiggle, no nothing. It really does work well. And you can tell that it's a quality made product. What I wound up having to do, though, if you look at my setup a little bit, is I wound up cutting my bars. And it's very similar to the Jones H-bar cut version that they sell now, where on the front loop bar, they've actually cut out a section. And lots of people have asked, well, doesn't that hurt the integrity of the bars, and aren't you concerned? And number one, I've noticed no loss of integrity. Number two, they already sell the bar just like this. They just don't offer it in the 2.5 rise, which I really love. So I went ahead and modified the handlebars and made that cut. And I just used a pipe cutter to cut those bars and make the space that I wanted. And that allowed me to put the BarYak at an angle that really worked better as far as hand positioning went. The problem I had was, though, is that the forearm pads really didn't work. They were too low, and I just couldn't get the angle or the height to work out the way I wanted. So I wound up scrapping those, putting them aside and figuring that I could probably use them in the future if I wanted to on a different bike or a different set of bars. At the same time, I also wanted to modify my cell phone holding options, and so I bought the GUB cell phone holder that you can find on Amazon. It's about $20, and I'll put a link in the description for it. But it's an aluminum made cell phone holder with a screw on the side that tighten it up, and it's really made with this long arm that's made to go around handlebars. But I disassembled all of that, cut myself a piece of Kydex to the size to fit right between the rails of the BarYak, and then drilled holes, used the plastic parts that come with the GUB system, and then just got myself a fender washer on the bottom and a new screw and nut type locking nut type to go on the bottom. At the same time, I epoxied it to that Kydex so that it would not move, because it's made to rotate in the holder that they sell, but I didn't want that rotation, so I eliminated that by epoxying it in tight so it'd be exactly flat and straight. What I found was I really like the handhold, I really like the positions, I really like the ability to carry weight in the accessories. I can put my GoPro system that I use out there. I can keep my phone on there, and you can really put pressure on it. It really stands up to that 150-pound test. I've not used it to really mount my bag or anything because I don't really need it with the front rack that I have right now, but I do think this system is top-notch. If you've used any of the cheaper Amazon versions of these accessory bars and stuff, you know that they don't last. I've been through a couple of them. I know my buddy Jerry has been through 2 or 3 of them as well, and they just don't hold up. I can guarantee you the BarYak system will hold up. It's sturdy and it is well built, but you pay for it. It's expensive, and there's no doubt about that. Certainly takes a little time to get it as well, so you have to place the order and expect that it's going to take them a while. I don't know if it's sort of on a build-to-order basis or what, but it did take a little bit, it seemed, to get it in. Overall, though, I completely recommend it. I think it's a great system, but just realize that it may or may not work out right on your bike, and it's an expensive investment to figure out if the angle and everything works for you. Overall, though, I'm very happy with BarYak. I would buy it again. And, maybe those forearm pads will work in the future on a different set of bars or on a different bike. I'm not sure. I'm going to keep them. They are carbon fiber, but didn't work on this bike. What I did find, though, is that I was able to just rest my forearms and elbows on the top of the bars and stretch out, and it was extremely comfortable for climbs or for just having different position to lean out, kind of stretch out and rest yourself a little bit. So it's been a great addition to the ECR. If you haven't seen it before, again, go to baryak.com and check it out. I paid for mine. They're not endorsing this. I just wanted to bring it to you guys so you could have a look at it and maybe consider it as an option for varied hand grips, different positions, and ways to carry more gear. So I hope that's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you again soon.